Across the untamed wilds of Earth, snakes reign with a legacy carved from venom and stealth. From the slithering shadows of dense jungles to the arid deserts and grassy plains, they strike with speed and precision, claiming their place as some of the most feared predators on the planet. But what happens when the hunter becomes the hunted? In a world where survival favors the bold and the brilliant, there are creatures that don't just challenge snakes, they dominate them. Some with brute force, others with ancient immunity, and a few with strategies so cunning it turns the tables on one of nature's most lethal killers. Let's enter the realm of those fearless few, the animals that snakes are scared to death of. Meet the mongoose, a compact, furry warrior that has become the stuff of legend in the animal kingdom. It doesn't just survive in the world of snakes, it thrives. Armed with lightning-fast reflexes and an unshakable resolve, the mongoose takes on venomous snakes like cobras in deadly duels. With a blur of motion, it dances just outside the strike zone, taunting, testing, waiting. Then, with surgical precision, it lunges for the kill, aiming straight for the head. The mongoose doesn't miss. Its secret? A natural resistance to venom. Thanks to a rare mutation in its nervous system, the neurotoxins that paralyze and kill most creatures barely scratch this beast. Combine that with thick fur, flexible skin that shrugs off bites, and relentless tenacity, and you have one of the few predators that cobras actually fear. This evolutionary arms race between snake and mongoose has played out for millennia, a back-and-forth battle of toxin versus tolerance. And through it all, the mongoose stands defiant. It's no wonder Rudyard Kipling immortalized this fearless creature in the tale of Rikki-Tikki-Tavi. A fictional story, yes, but one deeply rooted in biological truth. When snakes look to the skies, they see death coming. Few predators inspire more fear from reptiles than eagles, masters of the air, endowed with razor-sharp vision and talons forged by evolution into instruments of death. High above the forest canopy or the open savanna, eagles soar with uncanny grace. Their vision pierces dense vegetation, spotting even the faintest flicker of a slithering body far below. And when they dive, it's like nature's missile, fast, focused, and fatal. Specialists like the short-toed snake eagle, the brown snake eagle, and the black-chested snake eagle have honed their craft to perfection. They don't just hunt snakes, they assassinate them. Targeting the head with uncanny accuracy, they strike before the snake even registers danger. Some eagles bear thick, scaly armor on their legs, evolved not for style but survival, shielding them from lethal fangs. For these raptors, snakes aren't foes. They're lunch. From the dense forests to rocky highlands of North America, a shadow moves silently. The bobcat, Lynx rufus, doesn't roar, but its presence is undeniable. It's not large, but it's lethal. And it's not afraid of a snake, even a venomous one. When prey runs scarce, bobcats adapt, and snakes become targets. With patience like a sniper and the pounce of a coiled spring, the bobcat moves in. It listens, watches, waits. Then, with explosive force, it strikes, often faster than the eye can follow. Rattlesnakes, copperheads, all fair game. Though it isn't immune to venom, the bobcat relies on flawless timing and calculated precision. In one documented case in Arizona, a bobcat was seen neutralizing a rattlesnake with a single, decisive blow, grabbing it by the neck and carrying it away like it was nothing more than a twitching ribbon. It's proof. You don't need to be the biggest to be the baddest. You just need to be smarter and faster. If there was ever a creature that redefined the word fearless, it's the honeybadger. Native to Africa and parts of Asia, this compact beast charges into battles that most animals avoid. Cobras, puff adders, the honeybadger doesn't flinch. It fights. With loose, tough skin and raw muscular power, it can twist free even when bitten. But here's where it gets wild. The honeybadger's nervous system is wired to resist snake venom. Neurotoxins struggle to bind, making bites that would kill a lion barely slow it down. And when it hunts, it doesn't rush. The honeybadger is tactical, blocking escape routes, tiring out its prey, then going in for a devastating bite to the head. This isn't just a predator, it's an apex brawler. Smart, savage, and almost impossible to kill. The honeybadger isn't just a snake killer, it's a snake's worst nightmare. Think snakes only fear big, muscular beasts? Think again. In Australia, the redback spider, cousin to the infamous black widow, weaves a death trap. Though it primarily eats insects, this tiny arachnid has been documented killing juvenile eastern brown snakes, one of the world's deadliest serpents. Its web is no ordinary net. It's a high-tension, strategically engineered prison. Once a snake gets tangled, the spider closes in, venom ready, fangs loaded. A few precise bites, and the snake is paralyzed. Across North and South America, black widows and brown widows do the same. Despite being 30 times smaller, they win with brains, venom, and silk. They wrap, bite, inject enzymes, and turn a snake's flesh into a protein smoothie. This is power on a micro scale, and for snakes, it's an ambush they never see coming. In the open grasslands of sub-Saharan Africa, one bird walks with unmatched swagger. The secretary bird doesn't fly into battle. It stomps. With long legs built like springs and talons that strike like sledgehammers, it doesn't just kill snakes, it obliterates them. Each stomp hits with a force 5 times the bird's own weight. That's like you curb stomping a cobra with a steel boot. Its scaly legs act as natural armor, letting it walk straight into a snake strike zone without fear. It patrols the savanna like a soldier on a mission. When it spots a snake, there's no hesitation, precision, power, confidence, death. In a world full of flapping wings, the secretary bird chooses to fight on foot and wins. Great horned owl, the silent assassin. Night falls, shadows stretch, and the great horned owl takes flight. In total silence, it scans the forest floor. Snakes never hear it coming, and that's the point. With a wingspan over 4 feet and talons like daggers, the owl strikes from above, driving its claws into a snake's spine. What follows is a brutal beak attack, swift, surgical, and usually fatal. From garter snakes to rattlers, nothing is safe. The owl doesn't fear venom. It simply moves too fast, too silently, and too decisively. It's not just a hunter, it's nature's ghost. Snakes that eat. Snakes, the ultimate plot twist. But what happens when the deadliest threat to a snake is another snake? King cobras, the largest venomous snakes in the world, feast primarily on other snakes. Their very name, Ophiophagus, means snake eater. And when they hunt, they dominate, devouring even venomous rivals. King snakes, indigo snakes, musaranas, all snake eaters with powerful jaws and venom immunity. They turn snake-on-snake violence into ecological balance, preventing any single species from ruling unchecked. It's a cannibal kingdom, and the top predators wear scales. In murky waters and muddy rivers, a prehistoric beast waits. The snapping turtle, with jaws like bear traps and a temper to match, isn't one to chase its prey. It lies in ambush, and when a snake swims too close, it's over in seconds. Snapping turtles have thick shells, stone-like patience, and jaws strong enough to snap bone. They don't just eat snakes, they swallow them whole. And with a lineage dating back millions of years, they've been doing it longer than most predators on Earth. With nimble hands and curious minds, raccoons are more than garbage can raiders. They're opportunistic hunters with the brains to match their brawn. When the chance arises, raccoons have been documented taking down venomous snakes, sometimes even using objects like rocks to disable their prey before striking. They're not immune to venom, but they compensate with creativity, agility, and raw determination. Never underestimate a raccoon in survival mode. A crocodile's bite force exceeds 3,000 pounds per square inch. It can shatter bone, crush skulls, and yes, devour even the most venomous snakes with ease. But snakes don't always lose. In the swamps of South America, massive pythons and anacondas have been seen swallowing young crocodiles whole. It's a battle of apex predators, one armored, one coiled, and only one leaves victorious. They may root through the dirt, but don't mistake wild boars for harmless foragers. With thick hides, sharp tusks, and zero fear, boars attack and eat venomous snakes. They charge, stomp, and crush, their bodies acting like armored tanks. Snakes rarely stand a chance. Tiny, quiet, unassuming, the hedgehog looks innocent, but it's armed. Its spines deter attackers. Its partial venom immunity gives it a fighting chance. And while it rarely hunts snakes, it can and does when the moment is right. For some snakes, size isn't the problem. Persistence is. What can overwhelm a venomous snake? Not strength, not size, numbers. Driver ants, also known as safari ants, move in colonies up to 22 million strong. When they raid, they consume everything, snakes included. A trapped or injured snake is helpless as wave after wave of biting jaws paralyze and dismantle it. There's no escape, only devastation. Fast, clever, and always alert, the coyote plays the long game. When it targets a snake, it circles, teases, and exhausts it before striking with perfect timing. Sometimes it kills just to protect its pups. Other times, it feeds. The message is clear. Snakes are dangerous, but so is everything else. Snakes rule their domains through fear. But fear is a two-way street, and in the endless arena of the wild, even venom has its predators. From feathered assassins and fearless mammals to venom-proof reptiles and brainy scavengers, these are the animals that snakes dread. Not because they're cruel, but because in this brutal, beautiful world, they win.